This biography takes place in a little town called Trim Villa. Our main man is the one and only George A. Winters. He has branches for his hair, which he calls Brer. You see, Trim Villa is full of oddballs. Miss Tinky Bear wears a different crown every day. Mr. Hawkins has a mansion. He painted the right side polka dotted and the other side stripes. But let's get back on topic.
Hi, Hannah. Do you notice my branches are longer? You think it needs a trim?
Nah, I don't think it needs it. It's not long enough.
Okay, remind me tomorrow to get it cut. I really need to have my braids trimmed before the trip tomorrow.
George is really excited. He and his family are going on winter break and will be celebrating his birthday in 2 days. And his friend has lent him his cabin in the mountains for a week. But he forgot one important thing.
Dad, you really need to cut your hair. It's becoming wild.
No, it's not. Honey, is my braid too tall? I hope not, since it's the day before the trip.
His wife faints. 3 minutes later.
Your hair is so much too tall.
I'm going to see this for myself.
George went to the bathroom.
Ah!
George nearly fainted. George ran for his pair of shears. They broke instantly on the tough bark.
Hannah, what will I do? It is the day before the trip and my braid is way too tall.
His wife Hannah came in, and for the second time she fainted on the bed. George, sighing deeply, ran for another bucket of cold water.
Oh, my!
I know.
Oh, George, a present from our kind neighborhood, Mr. Jenkins, came for you. I said happy birthday.
George almost forgot it was his birthday. He went into the kitchen, and on the table he saw a wrapped box. He got excited. He opened the neatly wrapped box, and what was in it made him jump in happiness. Inside was a saw. He could finally cut his braid. He ran straight to the kitchen and cut his braid. This is the story of how George A. Winters cut his braid.
The end!
The end!
Chased by mustaches. One day, Jimmy got a call that he had a meeting with the president tomorrow.
Hi, who is this?
The president, you have a meeting with me tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
The next day, Jimmy picked out a fake mustache, traveled to the White House, knocking on the White House door. Welcome to the White House.
Boy, my mustache itches.
Later that day, he threw his mustache on the floor. Then he went to the store and the mustaches chased him and he started to run.
Help! Help!
Then he went to hide in the park.
I found him! He is behind this bush!
Then Jimmy ran into the forest onto a log.
Help! I'm falling off this log!
Then a monkey named Joe swung him up into a tree.
Help!
What's your name? Mine is Joe.
My name's Jimmy Bodstan. Can you go to those mustaches?
Sure.
While Joe distracted the mustaches, Jimmy beat them up and threw them into the river.
Take that, you stupid mustaches!
The end. Bye-bye. One clear sunny morning at the Bikini Bottom at the bottom of the ocean is where all the octopus nerds live.
Hey, look, it's the mailman.
Here's your mail, Coracto.
Kulakto took the letter, opened it up, and started reading it.
You're invited to the biggest party ever. What is this? It looks like an invitation to the biggest party in Bikini Bottom. Oh yeah, baby.
Later at the party.
Kulakto was so excited to be at the party because he hasn't been to one in forever. After he was done singing, the others got very jealous of him. They were so mad they started a fight.
Get him, attack!
Ah! I got an idea. I'll put on sunglasses so they don't recognize me.
Where did he go? Kulakto took off his glasses because they made his vision blurry, then they recognized him.
Wait, let's sit down and talk about this. I don't know why you're mad at me.
You're so cool and we want to be just like you.
I will teach you how to be cool like me.
Then they all became cool friends, and from then on they didn't go to parties or parties anymore, but instead they played video games.
Let's go. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock.
Dear boy! The air was cold and there were 3 inches of snow on the ground. There was a boy who lived in a brick house in the woods. He loved to explore. One day, Steve went hiking with his friends when they saw a deer.
Wow, that deer is humongous. Maybe we should go get a better look.
I dare you get a piece of his fur.
I don't think that's such a good idea. Let's go home instead.
Steve went to get a better look at the deer. Suddenly, the deer jumped up and bit Steve on the hand.
Ah, that crazy deer bit me.
Oh my goodness, Steve, are you okay?
No, of course I'm not okay. That dang varmint just bit me.
The deer ran off into the woods, and the boys headed to Steve's home before the deer came back. That night, during a sleepover, Steve felt something strange happening to him. His head started to get bumpy.
Steve, would you please stop moaning in the middle of the night?
Zay, leave him alone. He's had a rough day.
Steve felt like his head was about to pop like a soda can.
Ah, my head is killing me.
Suddenly, Steve tried to grow antlers. Steve couldn't take the pain. He started to throw down all of his trophies off his shelf.
Steve, we gotta get you to the doctor and fast.
Steve was going crazy. The emergency ambulance was zooming so fast that they were driving over the speed limit. When they got to the hospital, the doctor said,
Ma'am, your son can use some inner peace to control his antlers.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Long before you knew it, Steve was back to normal. So Steve went home. As for the antlers, they lay in his thick skull because Steve found some inner peace.
Thank goodness that's over. At least I won't have to be called Antler Boy. But Deer Boy sounds cool.
One day in the forest, in a deer herd at the edge of a tiny village, one of the deer had a baby. The baby looked like a human. He was a newborn baby with brown eyes and brown hair. The deer family accepted the baby as its own.
One morning, a man named Chris, who lived in the forest, was hunting.
Is that crying I hear in the middle of the forest?
Chris heads out towards the noise. He looks in the high bushes. There in the bushes, the boy was crying to himself.
Holy smokes, who left this baby here?
Chris took the baby home to his wife.
Where did he come from? I found him in the forest while I was hunting. Let's name him Khalil.
A couple days later, the man and wife got in shock.
Honey! Yes?
The baby grew antlers.
Call the animal control in the news station.
And that was exactly what they did.
All of a sudden, the door of the house blew open.
My precious door.
The mom deer burst in and took the baby.
Oh my gosh, impressive. Well, we didn't need that baby anyway.
Meanwhile, in the forest, the baby looked more like a deer every day.